I'm one of these people who loves poetry on every single level. I love the written word. I definitely love it in the air, and I think I am a poet of the air because of my ancestry. I'm Southern. I mean, we like to talk on porches. I'm West African in ancestry. I come from the griots, so of course I want to tell a poem. Say South Carolina with some respect on it. Darn and defend. Remember, I came into being on Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter, South Carolina, the 20th Fighter Wing. I fight for and love our state. Well, my relationship with South Carolina is interesting because I'm an Air Force brat, and the brother before me was born in Evreux, France. So you know how that goes. I believe it was about 10 years ago when I moved back, when my mother got sick and I moved back to South Carolina. I was living with her, that South Carolina really started opening up to me in a different way. Not the hometown, like I got to get away from my hometown, it's too small. But living with my mother, who is 85 years old, she started telling me stories that I hadn't heard before. And I realized that I was born in Sumter, South Carolina on Shaw Air Force Base for a reason, to tell the stories that have not been unearthed, personally, familially, and as a collective. My stories is an intentional weaving, an intentional stitching, an intentional quilting of these histories. I am fascinated and empowered by my maternal lineage. My great-grandmother, Rachel Cunningham, my grandmother, Katie Lattimore, and my mother, Jeanette Redmond, they were all seamstresses. They worked by hand. I never picked up a needle and thread, but I do sew with memory. What my hands say. For my great-grandfather, Will Rogers. My hands say pick, plow, push, and pull, 'cause it learned to curve itself around every tool of work. The muscles say bend yourself like sky, cold blue around both sun and moon. Listen, my back be lit by both. My hand got its own eyes and can pick a fill of cotton in its sleep. Don't mind the rough bumps, the callous touch. I work this ground like it's my religion, and my hands never stop praying. Some folk got a green thumb. Look at my crop, and you'll testify my whole hand be covered. I can make dead wood grow. I listen to my hand, it say, work, 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 Will, though it comes to mostly nothing. This nothing is what I be working for. Come harvest time, I take the horse and buggy to town, settle up. This is where my hand loses his mind and refuses to speak. Dumbstruck like the white writing page. The same hand fluid on the land don't have a thing to say around a pen. The same fingers that can outwork any man. Wilts. What if I could turn my letters like I turn the soil? What if I could make more than my mark, a wavery X that's supposed to speak for me? My great-grandfather, Will Rogers, who came through the loudest in my latest book, What My Hands Say. And it really was an odd experience because I just started writing and I was inhabited writing about him. I write about Pegleg Bates, the one-legged tap dancer from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. You know, David Drake, the enslaved potter poet from Edgefield, South Carolina. It's the land that seems to dictate, write about me. It's odd because, you know, once I come back from that journey of writing, then I shift back into poet, Glennis, you know, mom, Gaga, and it's living in different worlds. There are days where I'm more in the introverted space of writing and creating and imagining. And then other days I'm in the more extroverted space where that's the teaching artist, where I'm going out and teaching teachers and students how to write poetry. Working at the Peace Center as the poet in residence there, I was able to go into classrooms locally, the same community where I started writing, and it was so wonderful to see them catch the fire. My role is not to make everyone poets, it's to find the poetry in their lives. And that, to me, makes the world a more beautiful, a more connected place.